Welcome friend in our lecture series of Material Science and Metallurgy. Today I am going to start lecture number 2, Introduction of Iron Carbon Phase Diagram, and myself Professor K.S. Banker. Now flow of the presentation is allotropic transformation, crystal structure, solubility of carbon in iron phase, cementite iron carbide, invariant reaction, and iron cementite diagram or iron carbon diagram. Now before start the iron carbon diagram, we have certain knowledge about the iron crystal structure. Okay, so before that we must have to knowledge about what is the melting point of iron. So the melting point of iron is 1539 degree centigrade, 1539 degree centigrade. That is the melting point of pure iron, and this is the crystal structure of iron. So here in graph, on x axis time is there, and on the y axis temperature in centigrade is there. So when iron or Fe is heated up to its melting point, that is 1539 degree centigrade. So above that the liquid, above that melting point, iron is in the liquid phase. Then if you will cool it down very slowly, then it comes at the 1539 degree centigrade. At this stage, step is created. This is the step. Okay, so that is the equilibrium phase. In this equilibrium phase, this liquid is transformed into solid. So in this equilibrium phase, this is equilibrium phase between liquid and solid, and the structure during this transformation is BCC, body center cubic. Then again it will cool and reach to the temperature of 1394 degree centigrade. Then again equilibrium phase is there. So that is called equilibrium between solid and solid. So again it will transform from BCC structure to FCC structure, and then if it is cooling down much more at the, so it will reach to the 910 degree centigrade, and at that temperature again equilibrium between the two solids are there, and the FCC structure will convert or transform into BCC structure. So first liquid is there, then after cooling BCC structure, then again it is cooled, then FCC structure is there, then again if it is cooled at the 910 degree centigrade, then it is converted into BCC structure. So first at higher temperature BCC structure, then it will transform into FCC structure, and then it will transform into BCC structure. So it has high temperature BCC structure at 1539 degrees centigrade, and at the low temperature BCC structure at 910 degree centigrade. Okay, you will also find that at the temperature of 768 degree centigrade, this is the temperature 768 degree centigrade. So this temperature is called Curie temperature, and at the Curie temperature at this temperature, if you cool down below, then and then only ferromagnetic property are there, and the above this Curie point the ion will lose its magnetic property and it is called paramagnetic. So above the Curie point there will be no any magnetic property in the crystal structure. So after the Curie point only the ion will get the magnetic property. Okay, so the crystal structure of ion is in the three form: BCC structure at the high temperature, FCC structure, and the again BCC structure at lower temperature. Okay, and in this diagram this is called equilibrium between liquid and solid. This is also equilibrium between solid and solid. This is also equilibrium between the solid and solid. And in this equilibrium phase, during this phase, structure can be changed from BCC to FCC and FCC to BCC. Now, allotropic transformation. At atmospheric pressure, now solubility of carbon in iron depends on its structure and its temperature and the allotropic transformation. At the atmospheric pressure, three allotropic forms of ion exist, that is alpha ion, gamma ion and delta ion. Okay, so as we have seen in the previous slide, there are the three different forms. So likewise at the atmospheric pressure, three allotropic forms of ion exist, that is known as alpha ion, gamma ion and delta ion. So delta ion having the BCC structure, gamma ion is having the FCC structure and the alpha ion having the again BCC structure, as we have seen in the crystal structure of iron. Now allotropic is the property of some chemical elements to exist in two or more different forms in the same physical state, known as allotropic of the element. And the example of allotropic is the graphite and diamond are both allotropic of carbon that occurs in a solid state. Allotropy of iron, as we had discussed in the crystal structure, that the melting point of iron is 1539 degree centigrade. So please keep in your mind the temperature of pure iron is 1539 degree centigrade, and the iron is the allotropic metal exist in more than one type of lattice structures. So we have seen the lattice different structures, that is BCC, FCC and again BCC. So at the room temperature, BCC structure, that is known as alpha ferrite. At the 910 degree centigrade temperature, it will convert into the FCC structure and lose its magnetic property also. And at the 1400 degree centigrade temperature, again it will convert it from FCC structure to BCC structure. And at the Curie temperature, that is 768 degree centigrade, at this temperature iron loses its magnetic property. Okay, so above the Curie point, 768 degree centigrade, it will loses its magnetic property. So this is the allotropy of iron. Now in iron carbon diagram, iron carbon FEC diagram, there are three invariant reaction in this iron carbon diagram, which are as follows. First is eutectic reactions, another is eutectoid reaction, and next is peritectic reactions. So three invariant reactions, most important reactions are there. In the iron carbon diagram there are the three isotherms in which three invariant reaction are there: eutectic reaction, eutectoid reaction and peritectic reactions. Now before start this diagram, we have to certain knowledge about what is the phase diagram. So phase diagram are a graphical representation of the phases present in an alloy at different condition of chemical composition, temperature or pressure. So it is the diagram. So graphical, it is the diagram that represent the phases in an alloy at the different condition of chemical composition, temperature or pressure. The diagram describes the suitable condition for two or more phases exist in the equilibrium. So phase diagrams gives us very much important idea about the material. Different material, different phases are there. Okay, so there are four major uses of alloy phase diagram. First one, development of new alloy based on application requirement. So with the help of this iron carbon diagram, you can develop a new alloy based on your requirement. You can also create a production of this alloy if you have the idea about iron carbon diagram, which phases are exist at which temperature, and at that temperature which reactions are there, which reaction takes place, and after that reactions which solids will be formed. If you know about this, then you can definitely start the production of that alloys. Then development and control of appropriate heat treatment procedures to improve the chemical, physical and mechanical property of these new alloys. So here heat treatment word comes arrived. Okay, so heat treatment is the process through which you can provide the heat to a particular metal and then reach it to a certain level, then hold it, that metal at that temperature for a certain time, and then cool it in the different medium. So this is called heat treatment process. So through this heat treatment process you might be improved the chemical, physical and mechanical property of these new alloys, and you can utilize that new properties as in your required application. Next is troubleshooting problems that arise in the application of this new alloy, ultimately improving product predictability. Now this is the iron carbon phase diagram, or it is also known as iron cementite phase diagram. So iron is Fe and cementite is Fe3C. So it is also called Fe3C phase diagram, iron carbide or iron cementite phase diagram. So in this phase diagram there are three axes, or you may that two axes, you may take the two axes. Suppose this is axis 1, this is first axis and this is second axis. You can consider this is this as axis also. So at this axis temperature is there, and on this horizontal axis, this axis, percentage of carbon is there. So your temperature, here percentage of carbon is there, and on the x axis percentage of carbon is increased from 0% to 6.67%. it will increase from 0% to 6.67 percentage. So at the 6.7 percentage, Fe3C is there. So this is the line of single phase of Fe3C compound, and Fe3C is known as cementite. Fe3C is what? Fe3C is nothing but a cementite, and this cementite has the 6.67% of carbon. So on the x-axis there are the different percentage of carbon. On this vertical line, this is the line of pure iron, means 0% carbon, pure iron. Then if you will go on right hand side, then carbon percentage will, weight of carbon percentage will increase. So 0.02%, 0.8%, 2%, here 4.3%, and ultimately it will reach to 6.67%. So in iron carbon diagram, only the carbon percentage will reach up to the 6.67% only. The diagram will not beyond this percentage. Okay, so 6.67% is the last stage. So at that percentage, Fe3C will form, that is known as cementite. Now here at the topmost portion, concentrate over here in this region, concentrate over this region only right now. Okay, so in this region what happened? The pure metal having the melting point of 1539 degrees centigrade. So at this temperature the pure iron will melt. So above this line, here 1550 degrees centigrade, above this line there is liquid. Okay, because your iron is melted. Then at this line, this is one line at which, and that is the line of peritactic reaction. So at that line, this is called, this is the horizontal line. Okay, at which solidification start, means pure melted metal of iron will solidify. Okay, so before that I will just join this. See, this line is joined, then it can be joined at the another solidified temperature 1394 degrees centigrade, and this horizontal line is called peritactic isotherm or peritactic reactions. So in this zone it is called delta plus liquid. This is the zone where delta is there, the small zone, this is called delta, and each phase represent the special symbols. So delta is there, and the name of that particular phase is called ferrite. Ferrite, delta ferrite. Then third phase is delta plus gamma, and this is the line, this is the line, this one, where solidification start or reaction are there. So delta plus liquid will convert into the solid after this this line. So this reaction is called peritactic reaction. As I have discussed in the previous slide, in the iron carbon diagram there are three invariant reaction: eutactic reaction, eutactoid reactions, and peritactic reactions. So this is the first reaction, means peritactic reactions, in which in the peritactic reaction, delta plus liquid will transform into the gamma structure. Okay, this is the gamma. So after this, when it cools, the delta plus liquid, this one, delta plus liquid will transform into the gamma phase. So gamma is known as, this phase is known as gamma. This is gamma. Gamma is known as austenite. It is called austenite. Okay, so in this phase the structure of delta is BCC and the structure of crystal structure of gamma is FCC, as we seen in the crystal diagram. Then at the higher temperature BCC structure is there, and at the temperature will goes down, means at the 1394 degree centigrade, the structure will convert into the FCC structure will convert into, sorry, BCC structure will convert into FCC. Now this is the another horizontal line at 1148 degree centigrade. So this is another line where this reaction will join like this. So before this or above this liquid are there. So this is the phase. This phase is called gamma plus liquid, and this phase is called liquid plus cementite, because this is the single phase cementite is there. So liquid plus cementite. Here gamma plus liquid phase are there. So whatever liquid remains in this reactions, so that liquid plus gamma, so gamma plus liquid, and at this side this is the liquid and this is cementite. So this region is called liquid plus Fe3C, cementite, and this is the line at 1148 degree centigrade, and this is called eutectic reactions. This is peritactic reaction, this is eutectic reaction, invariant reaction number 2, that is eutectic reaction. Here what happened, liquid, this is the liquid. So after this line, after this temperature, when it reached to below this temperature, then liquid will transform into austenite, means gamma, plus Fe3C. So at this temperature or after this reaction, eutectic reaction, from this point, okay, if it will cool at the temperature of 1148 degrees centigrade, the liquid will transform into gamma plus Fe3C, and this invariant reaction is called eutectic reaction, and the product of two solid forms, two solid, gamma plus Fe3C, there are two solid, means austenite and cementite. So the product of these two from this eutectic reaction is called ledeburite. Now the third stage, this is the peritactic reactions. At the peritactic reaction happens at 1495 degrees centigrade. This is the temperature zone of 1495 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that is peritactic reactions. This is the reactions at 1148 degree centigrade. Okay, here carbon percentage, here the carbon percentage is 0.1, here carbon percentage 0.2, and here the carbon concentration is 0.5, and in this line here carbon percentage 2.1, and at this point carbon percentage is 4.3. So carbon percentage is increased. So concentration or solubility of carbon is increased. Okay, so this is the peritactic reaction at the temperature of 1495 degrees centigrade. This is the eutactic reaction at the 1148 degrees centigrade, and this is the another isotherm line at the 723 degrees centigrade, that is called eutactic invariant reaction. In eutactic reaction, what happen, gamma, this is the gamma. Okay, so gamma will, from this, after this line it will cools down at the 723 degrees centigrade, and it will transforms into alpha ferrite and cementite. It will transform into alpha and cementite. Okay, and the reaction is called eutactoid. This is a eutactoid reaction. This invariant reaction is known as eutactoid reaction, and the product form from the eutactoid reaction is known as perlite. So this product is known as perlite, alpha plus Fe3C. So alpha is formed and Fe3C is formed from the transformation of gamma. So this is known as perlite. Now again at this point, eutactic point, okay, at the 4.3 percentage of carbon. Okay, so this portion, left side portion of 4.3% at the eutactic point, it is known as hypoeutactic zone, and this is hypereutactic region. Again at this eutactoid, this is the eutactoid line, and below that this is called 0.8% carbon. So at the left side the zone is hypoeutactoid, and on the right side hypereutactoid. Okay, so this is our iron carbon diagram. So in iron carbon diagram we have seen the different reactions. There are three basic invariant reactions: peritactic reaction, eutactic reactions. Peritactic reaction is at 1495 degree centigrade. Eutactic reaction occurs at the 4.3% carbon and at the 1148 degree centigrade, and third reactions, invariant reaction, is called eutactoid reactions at the 723 degree centigrade. And one more thing in the iron carbon diagram is at 0.02 pure, okay, from 0.02 to 8%, 0.02 to 2%. So up to 2% it is known as steel, and from 2% to 6.6% it is known as cast iron. So if in the alloy the carbon percentage is 2, okay, so up to 2% the material is known as steel, and more than 2% of the carbon, then it is known as cast iron. Okay, so up till now this is the iron carbon diagram. So if you have, up till now, if you have any problem, then please ask me in my comment box. In the next lecture we will again discuss in the more about the iron carbon diagram. So thank you very much all of you.